time to replace the lower gear oil on this old 1972 Johnson 6-horse motor. Welcome to Aaron Goes Outdoors. All right, so tools that I need for my job here are a flathead screwdriver, a lower end gear pump, and some high performance gear lube. This is the kind that I need for my engine, but do a quick Google search and you'll be able to find what you need for yours. But yeah. All right, so you have this screw up top and you have this screw down here at the bottom. So the first thing we're gonna do is take this screw out so that when we take out the bottom screw, the oil will drain easily. All right, we'll set that there. Now we'll go ahead and take this out, and my lower end definitely has some water intrusion. We're just filling this and refilling it for today just so I can go out and I have some parts on order so I can kind of rebuild the lower end unit and make sure no more water gets in there. But you'll see in a second, it looks pretty milky. It is not what you want to see when you're replacing this. Yeah, that is not what you're looking for when you if you have the chance to check out your lower unit as you're purchasing the motor, you can open the screw just for a second to see what it kind of looks like, and definitely if it looks like this is not what you're looking at. So what I'm going to do, since I do have, some of this crap I want to clean out, this is not normally part of the process. This is only if, you want to run some through to clean it out to make sure you can flush some of that out. I'm going to go ahead and connect it to the top one, leave the bottom open, put this into my new fresh oil, and hopefully work some of that old oil out of there. As far as the pump goes, pretty self-explanatory. It threads right into these normal sized bottles. There's this little plastic part kind of as an extension you can attach to the end. Put it in there, twist it on, you can go ahead and pump your oil through. All right, so go ahead and start pumping. You should start seeing that oil come through. There it is. We're gonna push it through here. And we should start seeing it come out the bottom here in a second, yep. All right, we're gonna call that good and go ahead and unattach it so it stops. And we're going to rehook it up to the bottom here in a second. I can show you how to fill it up. Alright, so now you can see I have it attached to the lower end one here. Both of my bolts are out. What's going to happen is I'm going to pump it up and it's going to start to spill out of this top level here. That means it's full. And so I'll show you how that looks here in a sec. Let's get pumping. Alright, you can see it start to spill out there. That means we are full. We'll give it one more pump, just for good measure there. Perfect. Then we're going to go ahead and put this screw back in and thread it with our fingers just a little bit to start. I got that bolt partially back in. I'm sure you can appreciate how difficult it is to hold a camera and do this, but we'll go ahead and twist it in till it is nice and snug. Alright, and then kind of the trick with the bottom end is you just want to move fast so you don't let as much drip out as possible. So you make sure it stays nice and full. Alright, so I got that taken out, we got the bolt back in. Something that was helpful when I did this was there's a little, call it a washer on each of the bolts. Make sure that when you take the bolts out, you take the washer out as well. Or else kind of your threaded end here on your pump likes to hold the washer, and then it gets a little, it's just a little bit harder to do this quickly. You want to kind of do as quickly as you can, but go ahead and finish threading this on. Alright, give this some spins. Another thing too is on the back of this, sometimes you can see if there's any, metal or debris, then you can kind of know like the general, how's the lower end doing. If there's some metal flakes or anything like that, mine didn't look too bad, just definitely needed that oil changed. Anyways, hope this was helpful. I'm just trying to document this stuff as I do it. Anyways, happy camping, happy fishing. This is Aaron Goes Outdoors. We'll see you next time. Take care, guys.